my preliminary task, I used a professional camera in the photoshoot. I used the Nikon D5000 camera. I was familiar with this camera but didn't really know how to use its functions. In order to get the best shot, I had to watch tutorials on YouTube to learn how to use the camera in a better way. Some pictures came out blurry, and some of them was just fine. For the college magazine, I wanted the background of the college, so I used the backyard of the college for the photo shoot. I have learned that choosing a location for a photo shoot might be very difficult and critical. It has to be the right location to fit the message that we are trying to convey and the layout or the theme of the magazine at the same time. The lighting is a very important part in the production of the photos. I had to find a good location with enough lights or use a studio with studio lights. For the college magazine, I used the sun as a light source, and for the music magazine, I used the studio. Without the lighting, the picture would be dim and my model would be dark, which does not look right on magazine covers. In the Photoshop of the music magazine, I have tried to use iPhone 5s, which has 8 megapixels. Well, believe it or not, it actually worked really well. The quality of the photos is really good and you cannot really tell that it doesn't look professional. From this, I have learned that I can use different technologies for taking pictures, such as a camera or a smartphone. The first time I have ever used Photoshop was this year when we were doing the preliminary test. We then used Photoshop CS4. To be honest, I found it really hard and complicated at first, but it didn't take too long to get used to the software and produce really good pieces with it. The software I used to create my music magazine was Photoshop CC from Mac. I had to get used to the new version of Photoshop again and learn its new functions. My favorite tools on Photoshop are the spot healing brush tool, the dots tool, and the brush tool. The first two tools helped me to make my model and my photo look professional and perfect. I use the spots healing tool to take off the spots out of my model's face and use the dodge tool to change the lighting and the brightness of the original picture. I use the brush tool mostly in my double page spread and my college magazine cover. It helped me to design these in a cool way and add more depth to the background. I've also used airbrush tool on my model's face, using surface blur which was a filter. Crop tool! I wanted to crop some images to different shapes and sizes, and the crop tool allowed me to do that. I used filters, brightness and contrast. Some of my pictures were dark, but I liked the shot. So I made the image much more brighter so you would be able to see my model's details and the facial expressions. Adjustments. For my double page spread, the leaning of the walls were not even. The line going between both texts was uneven. I used the adjustment tool and paragraphed it properly so it could look professional. I also used a combination of few tools in order to make my model's eyes blue. Using the cameras was an easy task because my models were photogenic. However, some shots didn't come out great, so I used Photoshop to edit it out. For my evaluation, I used various technologies to answer these 7 questions. This brings out the creative side of me, and I was able to use websites that I never knew even existed. I was bored of typing essays and putting it on my Weebly account, so I decided to do different creative things. I used PowerPoint, Powtoons, iMovie, Weebly, Prezi, GoAnimate, SlideShare, YouTube, and many more. That was me. Thank you for watching.